Okay, so once you have your design sketched, then you are going to draw it onto your final paper. And you know what? I've decided to actually work vertically for mine this time. I feel like after looking at kind of the design that I have here, when I painted my abstract watercolor, I think it'll look better. As you start to draw, you might test out in an area if it is okay to erase, or will the eraser remove your paint. And for mine, I figured out it was okay to do some erasing. So I did do some changes. You'll notice mine doesn't follow my design 100%, but I used a lot of the ideas that I had in my original draft. I just made some adjustments as I started to draw my final watercolor paper. This also helps because you can make adjustments to kind of incorporate some of the designs maybe that you painted on your watercolor. So I could, for example, incorporate some of the dots that I had from the bubble wrap stamping into my design if I wanted to. I chose not to in this example. Okay, so I like my design. So now that I've drawn it, it's kind of evolved from where I started, but I changed things about it that I didn't like before. So now I can take my Sharpie and I can go ahead and outline my design. So now I would take your Sharpie from your art kit and I would go ahead and trace over your lines. One thing to keep in mind, if you're tracing over the salt area, that area might be a little bit more tricky, so do the best that you can. But we're just going to retrace over our design to help it stand out. And then once we are finished, we can go back over and erase any lines that we didn't follow exactly. Now, if you have some really dark areas, you might use your white colored pencil to do the outlining to help that area stand out more. So yes, if you need to use your white colored pencil, if your colors are very, very dark, you might use your white colored pencil to help go over your design so that you can see it a little bit better. In the next video, I will show you how to change your line quality and use hatching, cross-hatching, and stippling to add interest and value to finish your design.